Hello, Irish fans, and welcome back into another episode of the Golden Domers Report. I am Landen and Traylor, joined by John Richards and Logan. Traylor, Dylan has the day off. What a day for him to miss. Oh, boy. Well, before we get into all the drama, I would just like to say we got to talk Stanford before we get into everything, unfortunately. It's a weekly thing. Got to stick to the routine here. So without further ado, first things first, Notre Dame coming off of a 45-14 victory over the Stanford Cardinal last Saturday. Just really quickly, nothing much to talk about here on Stanford-wise. JR, thoughts on the game?
Much of the same that we've seen for the last month or so. Certainly, I'm going to credit the players and the assistant coaches for the work that they've put in and the performance that they showed on Saturday night. They're obviously focused. I imagine they're ultra focused now, and let's hope for a little bit of chaos in front of us this weekend. But all in all, good performance, did what they had to do, took care of business. Good job.
Yeah, we're going to need a lot of chaos. Going to need a lot of chaos to happen in front of us. Logan, thoughts on the Stanford game really quickly?
Yeah, same thing as JR had said, just a consistent month in November. You always, as a team, you want to be playing your best ball, towards the end of the regular season. And, obviously I think we're there. Defense gave up a couple things, but other than that, there's always things to correct. There's always things to improve on. But, I like where we're at. And like JR said, and like you said, we need a little luck because those boys are pissed off right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's so deflating with the news that we're about to get into after the playoff talk. My thoughts on the Stanford game: good win, doesn't mean much. Stanford's on a downward spiral. You got to wonder if Shaw maybe is on the way out of Stanford. Maybe that's a little thing we could talk about in the summertime. But overall, good win against Stanford. That's really all I got to say. I like the performance with the I'm going to totally botch this, Mayola brothers. They were all over the field on each play. I mean, wow. So that's that. We finished the regular season 11-1, 5 straight years with 10+ victories.
And all credit to the assistant coaches.
Yeah, you're right on there. All right, Irish fans, it is now time that we start our weekly picks. It's conference championship week. Lots of big games on slate. I'm really looking forward to most of them. But let's start it up here. Friday, 7 p.m., the Conference USA Championship, Western Kentucky versus UTSA on the CBS Sports Network. Per usual, Logan first, then JR, and then myself.
Give me UTSA.
I'm going to go with the Hilltoppers. They're playing really well. Their quarterback's on fire. They've been on fire. I don't think UTSA is playing very well. They are in a bounce-back spot, but give me the Hilltoppers.
Jerry, you made a great point. UTSA's not playing well, but they are in a bounce-back spot, so I'm going to have to go with the Roadrunners in this game. It's been their conference all year, except last week they just totally had a letdown. Bounce back week for the Roadrunners. 8 p.m., the Pac-12 Championship on Friday evening on ABC. 10th ranked Oregon will travel to 17th ranked Utah.
Oh, this is tough. I'm going to go Oregon. Atmosphere is a lot different. I want to get that bounce back game against them. Obviously, I think Oregon's going to come in there ready to go and not going to get embarrassed on national television.
Again.
Yeah, and the old saying in basketball, it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a season. I think in football, it's pretty hard to beat a college team twice in a year, especially the way that Oregon was beat last time. Utah, they're a different team when they're not playing at home. This game's in Vegas. Oregon, they showed me something when they played Oregon State, the way that they performed. I'm still going to go with Utah, though. I like their coach. I like the football, the brand that they play. Give me the Utes.
You hit it right on the nail both times. You said UTSA was in a bounce back spot, so I took them. You said Oregon, they're playing good right now. Oregon, hard to beat a team twice. I'm going to have to go with Oregon here. It is very hard to beat a team twice. It's definitely going to be a lot more competitive than the first time. At least I'm hoping.
Should be a really good.
What'd you say?
Should be a really good.
Yes, I'm looking forward to watching one. All right, Saturday at 12 p.m. A key matchup here for Notre Dame fans. The Big 12 championship features number 9 Baylor and number 5 Oklahoma State on ABC live from AT&T Stadium.
I'm going to throw my bias in here and just hope and pray for a little luck. Like JR said, we need their QB healthy. I'm going with the Bears.
Yeah, I really want to pick Baylor here. I mean, I really do, for some good karma. I just don't see them winning this game, and I'm a Baylor fan. I think they've played really well all year. 5-6 point spread. I'd probably take the points, but I'm going to pick Oklahoma State to win the game.
You have a serious issue with the state of Oklahoma. Like, people from the state of Oklahoma who watch this show, there's one of them. I know there's one of them for sure. They're going to be on your ass, bud. And good reason. Mobile-homa, Joklahoma. My goodness. All right.
I say it purely with affection. I dated a girl at IU from Tulsa. I really enjoyed that town. I like the people of Mobile-homa. But this week, I'm going to pick Oklahoma State.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with that. I'm going with the Pokes. Put them up, baby. Boom, boom, boom. I don't believe in any of that karma stuff. I want Baylor. Don't get me wrong. I'm rooting for Baylor. I'm going to be pulling for them. I just think at the end of the day, Oklahoma State is the better team. And, if they do end up winning this game, I think it'll be interesting. But I truly think that if nothing goes Notre Dame's way and all these teams win, that Oklahoma State deserves a College World Playoff spot. I truly believe that. They're a good football team. They've proved it. All right, the MAC Championship, one of Logan's favorite conferences. It's where character started in NCAA Football 13, the video game.
Money last week.
Logan started picking up money from the MAC. All right, MAC Championship Saturday. I believe that's at noon. We have Kent State versus Northern Illinois on ESPN.
So I actually follow the MAC. Kent State is going to win this game. I'm saying Northern Illinois. Okay, I'm taking Kent State. They did me very lovely last week. Taking them.
Look at this guy. He's a Maction expert over here.
Oh, wow. Man.
Go ahead, JR.
Yeah, you like that? You like that Tuesday night Maction?
I haven't looked at the matchups this week. I bet last week. I bet Kent State and who are they playing? Ohio, maybe.
Yeah. Miami, Ohio. Yep, Miami, Ohio.
Hey, Ohio was -1. Oh, I was all over it.
Yeah. Kent State, listen, they've turned their program around dramatically. High-powered offense. They're going to put up a lot of points. I'm also going to go with our friends that can't read, can't write, Kent State. Let's go with the Flashes. And this is going to be one of my locks of the week, too. I'm with you on that, Logan.
I wasn't sure if you were going to remember, JR. I wasn't sure if you were going to remember can't read, can't write. You said it at the very beginning of the year. Haven't said it since. I was about to. I'm taking Kent State. I don't follow the MAC that much. I obviously I look at the scores. I'm gonna have to go with Kent State. I believe they're closest to us. Logan beat them by 70 once in a college football video. So just thought I'd point that out. A very famous coach in our family. Can't say his name on the air. 3 p.m. Mountain West Championship. We have Utah State at number 19, San Diego State.
Give me San Diego State big.
I too am going to pick San Diego State, but they just don't beat people out with their brand of football. I wouldn't be surprised if they win but do not cover. But give me the Aztecs. Good for Brady. Good for Brady choke.
Yeah, somebody get Brady Hoke two boxes of donuts after this one. I'm going with SDSU in this one. As JR mentioned, they have not blown a single team this year. That's going to stay to its trend here. Give me the Aztecs in a close one. 3:30 p.m. The Sun Belt Championship features. This is going to be an underrated matchup. Appalachian State 11-1 taking on number 24 Louisiana 11-1. This one's on ESPN at 3:30 p.m.
Oh man, that's tough. Give me App State.
Yeah, I'm going to go App State too. This seems to be a matchup every year in the Sun Belt title game, and I think App State has fared pretty well. I think that's going to continue. I'll stick with that.
I hate the state of Louisiana. I wish nothing but the worst for the state of Louisiana. So Luke Combs is a fan and a graduate of Appalachian State. I'm a fan of his music. Therefore, I'm going with Appalachian State. I don't even know their but I'm going with App State. 4 p.m., the SEC Championship, another critical game for the Irish. We're going to be rooting here heavily for the Dogs. 4 p.m. SEC title game, number 1, Georgia, and number 3, Alabama on CBS.
Might be a hot take. I got Georgia, but I think that Bama's going to be shocked. They're going to be shell-shocked. I think Georgia puts them down and puts them down big.
You know, the line's 6.5, around there. You find it hard to bet in the real world. We're talking for credits. Nick Saban getting 6-7 points against a former student of his, against a team that they have dominated over the past couple of years. Maybe dominant might be a harsh word, but they have beaten them. They have consistently performed better than they have.
Yeah.
With that said, Bama, they got holes. They've got issues. I think they're down to one running back. Their defense has underperformed. They seem to have issues on that side of the ball. I'm going to pick Georgia, but I would not be shocked in any shape or form if Bama came out and won this game in a convincing fashion.
Oh, wow.
Alabama doesn't get blown out. They've gotten blown out one time to Clemson to the national championship. I get it.
I'm saying like getting beat by like 14.
Yes, I'm aware.
I see.
Bama doesn't lose by 14.
I don't think Bama scores in that game. I really don't.
Wow. I'm going with Georgia here. Close matchup, defensive matchup. I love Georgia, Alabama's defense. I don't love Georgia's defense. I don't even have words for Georgia's defense. It's amazing. Georgia in a close defensive matchup. I like this game. American Athletic Conference Championship, another key matchup for the Irish. 21 ranked Houston at number 4, Cincinnati on ABC. Wow, get it out.
I'm going to go Houston, not because I want Cincinnati to lose, just all the stuff that has happened with the rumor mill with Fickell potentially being a top candidate for Notre Dame. That going around, Cincinnati fans have made it very publicly clear on Twitter that it is a worry that Fickell goes to Notre Dame. I think that Houston takes advantage of that. They show up and they beat Cincy in a very close game.
Hot take.
So this is not a neutral site game, right? This is played at the home site.
Yep.
That's important. With knowing that, I'm going to pick Cincinnati, but I too think it's going to be a close game. Dana Holgorsen, listen, this game's not this isn't bigger than him. It's not too big for Dana Holgorsen. They're going to come. They're going to be prepared. They've got a good offense. Cincinnati, I'm not so sure they're playing at their height. They'll probably let them hang around a little bit, but being that it's at home, I'll stick with the Bearcats.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a safe pick here and give me Cincinnati. I don't like the way they're playing, but it's at home. They have all this smoke talking. Oh, they're gonna get upset to Houston. Give me Cincinnati in this one. All right, 3.5 minutes here. We can get through them. 8 p.m. The Big Ten Championship. Another crucial. I think this is the most crucial of the week. Number 2, Michigan, and number 13, Iowa in Indianapolis on Fox.
I'm going to go Iowa. This is going to be a really physical game. Both teams are very physical. Iowa has a good defense. Like JR mentioned earlier in the show, their offense is terrible, which might end up biting them in the you-know-what. But as a Notre Dame fan and as a fan of needing them to beat Michigan, I have to go Iowa here.
Wow, Logan is bringing out all of the karma.
Yeah, I bring it out.
Logan, I hope you're right, buddy. I really do. I just don't have any faith in Iowa's offense. I think Michigan's playing a really strong brand of football. The way they're running the ball, the way that they play on the line, both sides.
Let down.
Man, I pull this out, but I don't think they have enough. I'm going to go with Michigan.
Let down spot.
Could be.
Michigan is in a letdown spot. They are definitely
huge letdown spot.
They are in a huge letdown spot.
Already in.
You know what? I'm gonna have to go with the Hawkeyes of Iowa. I like their defense. Their offense is terrible, but I truly don't think Michigan's offense has faced a defense like Iowa's yet. And I'm very interested to see this game, but I'm gonna have to go with the Hawkeyes. The ACC Championship here, I think we can get through 2 picks here in a minute 50. ACC Championship, 15th ranked Pitt taking on number 16 or Wake Forest on ABC at 8 p.m. in Charlotte.
Already set up going Pitt. They'll win. It'll be a close game, but they'll win by 7 at least.
I'm gonna go with Pitt too.
Yeah, I'm going with Pitt. Going with a better football team, better quarterback, better offense. And a bonus pick this week, only other game that's happening besides conference championships. This could be a Notre Dame game, maybe, that we should implement maybe in the future. USC at California, game that got postponed. This one's at 11 p.m. on Fox Sports 1, Pac-12 After Dark.
Now, is Lincoln Riley coaching this one?
I do not know.
That's interesting. I'm going to go USC just for the fact everything that's going on. Everybody's excited. California is USC is So I'll stick with the Trojans here.
Prison inmate game, Democrat pick of the week. Give me Cal.
California is the most useless state in the United States of America. Give me the Southern California Trojans on to Troy. So that does it for this week's episode of the Golden Domers Report. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm sorry if I mess up any editing stuff that may come along here. Dylan left me this week, so it's all on me. With that being said, we'll step aside and see you next week. Love the Notre Dame and go Irish.